Good morning. Welcome to Mathematics Skills Book 3, Lesson 14, Estimate Sums. Objectives. So at the end of this lesson, you will be able to know and apply the ways on how to estimate sums. And lastly, you can answer worksheet activities independently. Materials. So these are the materials you are going to use for this lesson. First, you need your Mathematics Skills Book 3 set book. And of course, you need your ball pen. Then you need either a tablet or a cell phone. Worksheets. So take note of this page of your workbook because you are going to answer this page after this lesson. And now let's start the lesson. So we will be talking about estimate sums. So in here, we will be learning on the rounding. So in here, rounding is just like review na lang sa inyo because we already tackled about rounding. And here's the new for you. So the front end estimation. So these are the strategies we are going to use or atong tun-an in estimate sums. Okay, let's start on rounding. So as what I've said, it's a review sa inyo because we already tackled this. So, but in here, so since we are on the addition na lang or the sum, so nakita ay addition sentence. So we have here 38 plus 32. So before we add these two numbers, let us first round these numbers to the nearest 10. Okay, so it becomes like this. So 38 becomes 40. Why? Because the units place here is 8. So in our rules, kung ang number ganing atong basihan is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, kana sila nga number, all we have to do is to round up. So 38 will become 40. And 32 becomes 30. Why? Because ang atong base nga number ani in units place nga 2, in which the rule says that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 we have to round down, so it becomes 30. Then we will add, so 40 plus 3 is equal to 70. So the estimate sums of 38 plus 32 is 70 using the rounding. Okay, so let's have another example. So we have here 3 digits. So we have here 149 plus 194 is equal to blank. Okay, so before we add, let's round it first. So it becomes like this. So 149 becomes 100. So we round these numbers to the nearest 100. So why it becomes 100? It is because that ang basihan nato ani when we round numbers to the nearest 100, ang atong basihan is ang tens place. So again, it's a review na lang sa inyo. So it is 4, right? And our rule says we have to round down. So it becomes 100. So our second number is 194. We round this to the nearest 100, it becomes 200. Why is it becomes 200? It's because the number nga atong gibasean ani, which is the tens, and it is digit 9. So our rule says we have to round up, so it becomes 200. So and then we will add these numbers. So 100 plus 200 is equal to 300. So the estimate sums for 149 plus 194 using the rounding is 300. So ingana lang siya kasimple. So we have to round it first before we add. Got it? Okay, well done. And now let's proceed to the next strategy in estimating sums. It is what we call front end. So front end, from the word front, atubangan and end, pinakaulahin nga number. So it is another way in estimating sums. It gives approximate the answer. When we say approximate, duul sa answer. So let's have an example. So para masabtan din siya. So we have here, use the front ends and change the other digits to 0. So front end is simple than rounding numbers. Why? It's because like this. Okay, let's have an example. We have here 59 plus 72 equal to blank. So what is the estimate sum of 59 plus 72? So we will use the front end here. So it says here that use the front digits and change the other digits to 0. So it start on 59. So 59 have 2 digits. So na atubangan inaapoy pinakatumoy, which is 9. So using the front end, 59 will become 50. Why is it become 50? So the rule here is so simple. All we have to do is to change the last digit to 0 and remain the front digit. The front digit is the 5 and the end digit is 9. So unlike the rounding, so kung sa rounding pa ni siya, so we have to round up, right? But in here, in front end, all we have to do is to change the end digit to 0. It doesn't matter kung pila pa na siya dira. Okay? And 72 will become 70. Simple na kayo. So again, remain the front digit, which is 7, then change the end digit to 0. So then we move to add these two numbers. So 50 plus 70 is equal to 120. So this is the estimate sum of 59 plus 72 using the front end estimation, and our answer is 120. Okay, so simple lang kayo siya compared to rounding. So in rounding, ato pag i-check isa-isahon, ato pag i-check, and there are rules need to be followed. But in here, in front end, all we have to do is to make the end digit to 0. It doesn't matter kung unsa na siya na digit. Got it? Okay. And now let's have an exercise. So estimate sums using rounding to the nearest 10. So we'll start on rounding. So here is our equation. So we have here 24 plus 36. So what is the estimate sum of 24 plus 36 using rounding to the nearest 10? So let's round it first. So 24 will become 20 and 36 will become 40. Okay, make sure you follow the rules in here. So 24 plus 36 is equal to 60. If we will get the estimate sums of this using the nearest 10, the answer would be 60. Okay, so here's the second one, 77 plus 40. Now what's your answer in here? Get the estimate sums of 77 plus 14 using the rounding to the nearest 10. Okay, now check your answer. Okay, is your answer correct? Okay, now why it becomes 80 again? 77 round to the nearest 10 will become 80. Then 14 round to the nearest 10 will become 10. And 80 plus 10 is equal to 90. And our answer is 90. So if you got the correct answer, and now you've got, you know how to follow the rule. So this is the estimate sums using rounding to the nearest 10. Okay, proceed to estimate sums using front end estimation, simple one. So we have here 24 plus 36. Now get the estimate sums using front end for these numbers. So 24 plus 36. So dili sa nato sa sila i-add. All we have to do is to estimate sums of this using the front end. So 24 will become 20 and 36 will become 30. Again, all we have to do is to make the end digit to 0. So 20 plus 30 is equal to 50. So the estimate sum of 24 plus 36 is equal to 50. And now let's have the second example. Now what's your answer for this? Estimate their sums using front end. Now let's check your work. Okay, is your answer correct? Okay, now why it becomes 70? Okay, simply because 77 will become 70. All we have to do is to change 7 to 0, and 14 it becomes 10. So all we have to do is to change 4 to 0. That is why it becomes 40. So the estimate sums of 77 plus 14 using front end estimation is 80. So yan na siya na simple. And now it's activity time. Now for your activity, you have to answer page 1 of your worksheet in Skills Book 3, Set 2. Make sure you read and follow instructions. When done, take a photo of each answered page and submit to Dojo. So, and don't forget to have fun.